Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and welcome back to another Bakugan video. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite Bakugan designs. So here's a little sneak peek, but I have a lot to say, so let's jump into it. Before we begin, we are going to be using this Percival field card to actually open the Bakugan. So just a little bit of a trivia there. Percival field is Percival Bakugan gets 100 G power for each ability card played by its owner during battle, and then it's fantastic for Aquas and Darkest. So, alright, and first Bakugan on the list is this Baku Steel Helios Abyss Omega. I bought this Bakugan a long time ago from a seller in China. It was on eBay, and I just really like the design. So you can't tell a ton just based off the outside. Like this like brushed steel looks really cool, but it's really when you pop it open that it looks amazing. Let's go ahead and do that. Boom. And yeah, so as you can see here, this is Abyss Omega. He's got a couple manual parts, but I just really like his design. Very strong Bakugan too. 730 Gs. That is a lot. But the color palette on this guy is just incredible. Like the red on the blue, oh, looks so good. And then just like all the snake likeness to him, really awesome. Love this Bakugan. Just like all the fin kind of details in it is super cool. And while he's not like a huge part of my collection or a main part that I showcase, he has definitely been one of my favorite Bakugan for a very long time, since my early days of collecting. And that is why he is in the number 5 spot. Just this fin and everything, really awesome. Coming in at number 4, this may be a surprise to some, but Pyrus Hex Viper Helios is definitely up there on some of the coolest designs I've ever seen in Bakugan. Just the color palette is, it's unheard of, really. Like there's not many like I think it's this Bakugan and then the Hex Neo, and we don't ever get another color scheme like this. So just being able to like have this and hold it is really awesome. And yeah, let's go ahead and pop him open because he looks better the more you do. Foot there is not really wanting to cooperate. There he goes. Get the horn ups full effect. There we go. Yeah, and this is Hex Viper Helios. This is the anime accurate version. Really like the color scheme. Again, I think it's something to do with red and blue, because this blue on this red just looks awesome. You got the black in it. Even the orange kind of pops, which makes him super unique. Right here you can see 480 Gs, so definitely nowhere near as strong as my Abyss Omega, but still very good. Yeah, Viper just looks mean, like he looks evil, and that's what I really like about him. So let's go ahead and pop his mouth open a little bit, so you can actually move the mouth here and kind of use the horn and just pop it open a bit. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Yeah, not perfect, but it'll do the job. But yeah, honestly, my favorite part about this guy, and I've mentioned it in other videos, is how much he flares out. So you can see his wings just kind of extend out so much, and I really like that about Bakugan, is they can get so big. And yeah, his neck's super skinny, which I think is pretty cool. The ridge lines on this, just a really awesome design. I really appreciate how much work and effort went into this. And yeah, that's why he's in the number 4 spot. Coming in at number 3 is Rise Dragon, one of the Bakutech Bakugan. And this one is the clear version. I specifically like the clear version just because I think I don't know, it just pops more to me. It looks more rare and like regal, I guess is a good word for it. But yeah, the design on this guy is, needless to say, incredible. So many intricate and tiny parts working together just to create this guy. Really impressive work by the people who made this. I don't know who designed this, but they need a clap on the back, because wow. I mean, just like it looks like a crystal, and then they just red on there. The little dragon design actually on the wing. It really like it. Oh, it makes me so happy. This little blue like gem here is also really cool. I could do without it, but I also think it makes sense because it pops. Some of me wants it to match the eyes, but really it doesn't matter because he's just, the fire design right there, like the actual trail of flames looks so good. And I like how you can see the design underneath the wing here as well as on top of it. Really makes things unique. Yeah, that flame design really gets me. And then even like the cross piece here, I guess you'd call that a cross piece. Even that flame design on it looks really, really good. And then the feet, like they're actual feet here. Like they're not like, I don't know, little boys or something. Like they're actually like, they look like feet and they're big feet, which is really nice as well. But even like closing him up, I'm not gonna close him up all the way, but like some of his design when closing him just looks good as well. So you've got just like all that fire design up there, and then all that goes into ball form as well. So you can still see the design while he's closed as a ball, which is really awesome. 500 or 660 Gs there. So again, pretty strong Bakugan, especially for Bakutech. But just like Viper Helios, I really appreciate how he flares out. Like he looks intimidating. Like he looks like a big dragon coming to get you, which I really like. Again, horn on here is a nice addition. Any dragon needs a big old horn and some big wings, so really, really fits the category, and that's why I put him at the number 3 spot. All right, coming in at number 2, we have Pyrus Delta Dragonoid. This is a B2 version. Definitely one of my favorite Bakugan ever made. The heavy metal introduced to Bakugan in the Legacy series was awesome, and oh, he didn't pop open. There we go. Yeah, so this is Delta, obviously. It's Drago's second evolution. I like this Bakugan a lot. Part of it's definitely nostalgia, because growing up I had one, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever. But just in terms of this being a second evolution, sometimes they get a little meh, but this one really outdid itself. I think what I like so much about it is this headpiece, because it looks like a snake, some kind of like hooded cobra. Really like that. I like how the horn manually deploys. Just awesome design. Just everything from like the head up is incredible. Like the wings and stuff, like yeah, it looks like Drago. Everything here looks like Drago, but the head itself looks incredible. And then just the heavy metal, the way you can do like different spins and shots with it, really, really adds up for me. This one does not have any Gs. When I bought it way back when I first started collecting, it didn't come with Gs. And I don't know why. It just never had them. So yeah, a G-less Delta Dragonoid. But yeah, just that horn, oh, looks so good on there. Just like the design there. And yeah, the head just spreading open, like I think that's so cool. I'm gonna go and pop him open one more time for you guys. He gets a little stuck, but yeah, just, oh, that looks so good. Like imagine that like shooting fire at you. That's really awesome. Really awesome. Like a total upgrade from Drago. Like if you thought Drago's design was good, like the original OG Dragonoid, this is better. 100% better. Really, really awesome. And that is why it is at the number 2 spot. And finally, our number 1 spot. This one probably didn't come as a surprise to anyone. We have my Darkest Translucent Knight Percival. I talk about Percival all the time. This is my favorite Bakugan design by far. Even the regular opaque darkest version is good, but this one in particular, just the translucent, looks so clean. Again, it looks like some sort of cool gem, and I really like that about the translucents. But the color scheme on this one, the silver, the purple, the yellow, all of it just works together really, really well. And the icing on the cake on this one is it spins. So let's see if I can, yeah. So he spins, so he's a vortex, which is really awesome, and just something I really appreciate from the new Vestroia line. But yeah, this one's G-Power is covered. I believe it's 560 Gs. That should be right. And yeah, just the small different pieces in Percival are really awesome. So you've got hand pieces here that come out that you may not even catch the first time you get yours. But yeah, these hand pieces come out. There's a tiny little tail in the back, and it allows him to stand up. And yeah, really, really awesome Bakugan. Just in the light, he looks so good. But even the opaque version, like any version of Percival to me, looks amazing. He looks like a night dragon, which is what he is. But the red popping out here really accents, like the wing here, the red accents the eyes. Like everything on him pops. All these different like horn pieces poking out and all that just really goes for me. Love the design. Could talk about it forever. Like any Percival design, I think, is really, really well done, but this one in particular does an incredible job. Even like the symbol on there, like that's the only like dark spot of it. Like that's the only like black piece we have. which is super cool as well. Just kind of like emphasizing that, yeah, I'm darkest, which is really cool. But yeah, the horns, the only thing I don't like is these horns don't exactly pop up, so you can like do that and then they kind of pop up, but that's it. But honestly, it doesn't bother me. All Percivals are like that, so I think it's just like a personality trait at this point. But yeah, that is Darkest Night Percival, and yeah, that is why he is in the #1 spot. Just an overall amazing Bakugan. Alright guys, and that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, what are your top 5 favorite Bakugan designs? Do you agree with some of mine on the list? Do you disagree? Who would you put in your top 5? I want to see everyone put their top 5 down below in the comments. Other than that, my name is Jesse, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.